Hey, what's up, you guys? All my quarantine queens, are y'all holding up? I hope so. I'm wishing you all the best. Stay safe. And yes, we're jumping right into this video because who has time for an intro? Not this girl. Not when you were up till midnight recording a Smokey eye and the battery dies for the third time. What is my life? But here we go. Y'all get the gist. We are going in with some concealer just to prep the eye. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye with a flat synthetic brush. And we're just going to create a nice base all along the lid and crease. Now I like to go in with my light base color first. You'll see me slowly start to add some dimension to the eye. So the bigger, fluffier brush, the better. I'm going to start with a light beige to neutral tone. By the way, all of the product specifics will be listed in the down bar. So I'm going to start with a lighter shade. We're going to build to a medium shade, still using that same fluffy brush. And then as we start to add some definition to that outer crease, you'll see me switch to a more precise blending brush here. A little bit tighter fiber so we can really concentrate that mid to medium brown just on the outer corner. So for the black smoky part, you're probably thinking, dang girl, you just skipped like a million steps, but I really didn't. It actually started on the opposite eye and then we moved over to the right eye. However, what I like to do, and you'll see here in a minute, is go back to that flat shader brush, and I'm really just slowly going to be packing on as much black pigment from a matte eyeshadow as I can on the lid, completely avoiding the crease. When it comes time to blend out that smoky crease, you're really just going to use a clean bristled brush, nice and fluffy, and it's going to diffuse that color up into the crease because you want to keep it the most concentrated at the lash line, less concentrated the higher you go into your crease. Mascara and lashes, per usual, these are just a no-name brand that I picked up at the beauty supply, so whatever suits your needs, throw those on. I really didn't even go in with eyeliner on top because why? My whole lid is black, right? You can if you want. If you're a wing liner girl, go for it, but for me, I like a more diffused edge. Now for the skin, I'm going in with a medium to full coverage foundation. Your girl has really had a rough time with her skin since her last birthday. We're not even going to go there. I mean, we can if you want to, but not in this video. So it's going to probably come off on camera because I didn't have any background lighting. A little bit gray, but it will oxidize and kind of diffuse into my skin. The undertone of my natural pigmentation, because of all the breakouts I'm going through, is appearing a little bit more red-orange on camera, but you get the gist. So we're going to buff and blend all throughout the hairline. Don't forget that hairline, girl. Speaking of, can I get a root check for all my blondes right now? Like, is the quarantine doing you dirty like me? Because it's rough out here for these blondes. Y'all be worried about your nails, but ooh wee, the roots do not lie. Alright, now I'm going to do a little bit of under eye concealer because she's looking a little rough. This is a super full coverage concealer, so a little bit goes a long way. It's the Bye Bye Under Eye, same thing I use to prep the lid. And I like to use a duo fiber blending brush. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but because of those multi-fibers, it works really well with both cream and powder products. Since the under eye is so delicate, I just really like to use the least amount, what am I saying? The least amount of pressure, right? And take my time really blending and diffusing those edges. You get the gist. Now to set my under eye, in general I typically have dry skin, so I'm only going to keep this concentrated under my eyes, not my whole face, but it is the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Loose Powder and a Real Techniques setting brush just to really press and set that concealer under the eye to avoid any creasing. This is a little face setting powder. I believe it is from NYX, but I promise I'll leave everything that I use listed down below just to set that foundation into place. You kind of see me dabbing it in areas because that's where I don't want it to break up around all of my hormonal acne on the jawline. I'm really wanting to kind of pack it in as opposed to buff and blend where I'm going to lose some of the coverage of my liquid underneath. Now let's get some color on my face, shall we? Are we done looking at my gray face? I am. I'm like, damn girl, speed this up and put some bronzer on. This is NYX bronzer with a fluffy powder brush. I just like to start right under my jawline and really concentrate the bulk of the color towards my hairline and then diffuse it forward. Yes, color. She is alive and thriving. Ooh, that was rough. Alright, we're going to hit the hairline, the temples. I'm going to drag a little bit down on my nose, chin. Evidently, I had a piece of hair that I was pulling off my leg. Yes, slow motion. Wow, take your time, sis. Because you are not going out tonight. So for blush, this color really is more like a bronzer, but it does have more of an orangey hue undertone. So it might look similar, but I promise the way it's picking up on camera, it is a little bit more orange. So I just like to hit the apples of my cheek with a very loose, fluffy brush. Not a lot of density to the brush here because that's going to give me a little bit lighter, more diffuse color payoff. The smaller the brush, the more pigment and concentrated your look's going to be. So let's smoke out the under eyes. I'm going to use a black eye kohl. So a kohl or a creamier eye pencil is going to give you the ability to really buff and blend a lot more under the eye than like a waterproof pencil will. So this particular product is an eye kohl from MAC. It's called Feline. It's super jet black. I do a tight line and then I also really kind of roughly smudge it just along the lashes, and then I take that pencil brush and really kind of pack and diffuse it under the eye. Then the same warm brown tones that were in my crease, I'm going to drag those underneath my eye as well to give it a really soft diffused edge. That's really the whole idea of a smoky eye, is to have it go from really heavy color concentration to kind of a blown out warm smoky concentration. Bottom mascara I feel like is really personal. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it, so I always hit my bottom lashes, whether it's smoky or natural. Alright, so we're going to get to the lips eventually. If this clip would just inch along. I'm pretty sure I'm using Stone Lip Liner from MAC here again. Everything will be listed below. I'm going to go in and keep it pretty matte with my lipstick and my liner, but in true Jenae fashion, the clip eventually ends, but you will see some still shots of the completed look. I'm still trying to get my groove back, girl, so hang tight. The next video will just get better and better, but I hope that you learned something. I hope you had fun. Play with some makeup, even though we're not going out for the club. At least you'll have this in your back pocket. You'll enjoy watching it. You'll learn something new. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notifications if you want to see when I do post. Leave me some feedback down below on some places, girl, we ain't going nowhere. Some video topics that you want to see, and I hope that I will be able to give you guys a little bit something new to watch in my next video. Alright, this is getting awkward. It's like the slowest lip line of all time. So I'm going to go, enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.